Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am back with another speed build, and actually another installment of the Squish today, as we are building a tiny house inspired by Vlogmas. If you're not familiar with Vlogmas, it is a tradition here on YouTube where many creators will vlog or film their day every day of December, and so I wanted to create a home for a vlogger who is prepping to do just that. So this tiny home is decorated for the holidays, and I have a couple of nods throughout that have like camera equipment in this space, and I just thought it would be a really fun idea, especially because we are right around the corner now from the beginning of December, which is so wild. This year went by so fast. But with that, last year I did do Vlogmas. If you aren't aware, I do have a vlog channel. It is linked down below, and I think I'm gonna do Vlogmas again this year. I am not entirely decided at the point of posting this or recording this audio because Vlogmas is a lot of work because you're essentially filming your day every day and posting every day, and I also post most days here on this channel, so it is a lot of work, but it's really fun and it's a cool thing to look back on because you have this like little video diary of your whole month of December leading up to the holidays, and it's just really special. So I'm assuming I'm going to be doing it because I did a whole build dedicated to that. So if you are interested and would like to follow my life every day of December and be part of that journey, see some behind the scenes of YouTube stuff, I will have that link down below. I'd love to have you join us. So back to the build. At this point, you will have seen that I did the basic shape of the exterior, but I haven't really finalized it yet, but I wanted to pop inside and start trying to figure out the layout to make sure everything would fit in here. I wasn't sure if this was going to be a tiny home, a micro home. I just knew I wanted it to be quite small and to be for a vlogger who is celebrating Vlogmas this year. So I'm just trying to figure out a general layout, throwing down some random items. Some of these things I do end up using in the end, other things I don't. I'm just trying to make sure everything will fit and come up with a layout that I think makes sense. I do change the shape of the bathroom to be more of a square over here, and I play around with the roofing quite a bit. And I think this house ends up being so cute in the end. I'm really proud of it. It's actually in the world of Copperdale, which is one of my favorite worlds in the game. The only reason I'm not a huge fan of it is the lighting is quite green, but I think the world itself looks very realistic. I like the little downtown area, and I also just have a special place in my heart for this world because it launched with the High School Years expansion pack, and I built some of the lots for that pack, so I got to see this early, and some of the builds that are actually in the game that everyone has, I built, which was such a cool experience, and I still can't believe that The Sims actually asked me to do that. That was so cool and like a dream come true. So I kind of like Copperdale. So anyway, outside I am just figuring out the roof, and I love these little overhangs I have over the door and the flat roof, and just kind of combining all of that. A big thing I wanted to include in here was those two windows on the corner. I really wanted to make sure there was a Christmas tree that you could have in the window. I thought that would just be such a pretty thing to show off in this home, and like finding the space for a pretty sizable tree in a tiny home is a challenge. So I did end up using one in the end from Seasons, and I scaled it down so it's like half size using the 9 and 0 keys, I believe, or no, the bracket keys. I don't know why, but when I'm trying to remember which keys to press for all of the shortcuts, I can't think of what they're called because it's all like muscle memory. So I always have to look at the keyboard when somebody asks me how to do a specific trick in the game because I just press it automatically without thinking about it. But anyway, I added some lights out here and this really pretty garland. We have a wreath on the front door, and I grab a bunch of these trees that are actually from Show Live Edit Objects from Snowy Escape. That world has a permanently snowy area, so they have these beautiful trees that have chunks of snow in them. There's this like big snow drift that I put in the front yard, and then I'm getting a lot of plants that are from this world of Copperdale as well, and rocks, and just trying to make this whole area blend in. I also put these little buckets out front, and I ended up putting these adorable trees in here. They're just regular sized trees that I scaled down, and I thought it would look so nice to have some potted trees out front for the holidays. And yeah, just getting some more trees out here. We got our mailbox, and I get a little bit of a pathway here as well. There's snow, so you can't really see it, but I do have some of those live edit rocks, so there's like a path up to the house. And these wooden reindeer from Seasons, I don't use them very often, but they are such a beautiful decoration, so I really enjoyed that in this space. And then I'm bringing the same wood flooring inside that I have on the front porch and starting to work on the kitchen, which is usually the first room I work on in any build. It's just my favorite. I love kitchens, and I'm still so obsessed with this new kitchen set from Home Chef Hustle. It is so beautiful, and I really liked kind of mixing a little bit more of a rustic outside of this build with more modern interior. Obviously, the windows are a little bit more rustic. They came from the Horse Ranch expansion pack and the flooring, and I really liked this combination. I think it looks so cozy. I hope you will like it as well. Speaking of which, if you do like this build and you'd like to download it, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. So yeah, just decorating the counters over here. I thought about putting my cutting boards over here because I put these in almost every build. But I put them on the other wall instead because I wasn't going to have this corner counter accessible for your Sims because I want to put a lot of clutter on it. So I decided to put them on the other wall because I need to leave at least one counter open so your Sims can prep food. And those are such a good decor piece because they don't take up a counter slot. They're wall decorations, so you can make it look like a space is decorated without actually making it non-functional. So they made more sense on the other side. I also really like the shelves I put up above the little oven. And those are from the Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack, which is also a pretty good stuff pack in comparison to Home Chef Hustle. It's not, but I still really like a lot of the items from it. I mean, I use the cutting boards in almost every build, so I think it's safe to say I'm a fan of the Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack. It's kind of cool. But anyway, this is going to be the living space. I do swap out the couch for a different one, but I did really want to put these cards up above the couch. They're just winter themed, not specifically Christmas, and I thought that they were so cute. I also end up having the Christmas tree over here, and I am going to be rotating the mirrors. I only keep one of them in the ends, but I rotate it so it is sideways using the tool mod. I just thought it looked a little bit nicer, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted going into this, so I was just experimenting. But this is the tree we're going to be using. I can't remember if I changed the swatch. I go back and forth a few different times between this light green color and the more deep green or foresty green color, so we shall see if I keep this one or keep it as the other color, because I do remember changing it a few different times. I'm just not entirely sure which one I ended up on. But we should be changing the couch here. Now, I believe I end up using a couch from the, oh my goodness, the Desert Luxe pack, which is super pretty. It's very modern, and I think it worked quite well in here. So we should be grabbing that any moment. But first, I'm layering a couple of these rugs from Snowy Escape to have this really fluffy green rug. And that's kind of why I changed the couch, because it was a different swatch of green than the couch. And so it looked a little bit weird and unintentional. So I wanted to swap that out. I also got a little coffee table that I kind of tucked in front of the Christmas tree. I think you're going to have a little bit more of a scrunched space in a tiny house around the holidays if you want to fit in a tree. I think that's pretty realistic in real life as well. My living room is so smushed right now because we had to move things around to fit our Christmas tree. So my boyfriend has the desk in the living room, and we had to move that like almost behind our kitchen table to accommodate for the tree. And that's what we do every year for the tree. So I thought it was pretty realistic. Let me know if you also have that experience, or do you have a space in your house or wherever that is comfortable to just fit a tree. I know some people have more space, and I also know not everyone celebrates Christmas or any kind of winter holidays. I'm mostly just asking if you do, if that is something that you have space for. Also, speaking of all of that, do you watch Vlogmas normally? Since this video is kind of inspired by Vlogmas, vloggers celebrating the holidays, I'd be very curious who you watch, if you watch anyone, and if you're interested in checking out my vlogs this year. I'm really nervous about it because I'm super awkward on camera. I obviously do some face cam videos on this channel and I stream, but I'm a little bit more comfortable just like chit-chatting like this. So it's always a little bit of a thing to get used to. But as I mentioned, I will have that vlog channel linked down below if you'd like to join us. But let me know who else you watch, because I would love to see some more vloggers this year. I always have a few people that I always watch, but I'm always interested to add some more. But anyway, this is the bedroom space. I think it looks so cute. There wasn't really a space for a bedside table because I want to have a dresser in here instead. So I have this little closet, and I have shelves above the bed that I put all sorts of clutter on to act as a bedside table, which I thought was really cute. And then over on the other side of the room, I end up putting some camera equipment over here. So I have this shelf with tripods as well as a couple of cameras on top of it. Those are from the Moschino stuff pack, and I thought that that was nice to have just like some storage for all the cameras and stuff that you'd be using to produce the Vlogmas videos. And then I got a TV in here as well. And that is pretty much it for this build. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed those screenshots. And we're just going to get a trash can outside and a couple more landscaping items, and then those screenshots will play out. Thank you so much for watching. Please enjoy those screenshots, and I will see you all for Vlogmas. Bye, everyone.